I think one of the dumbest things, I'm speaking for my community, black people. I think one of the dumbest things is that the people who are supporting Trump because of money. And like, I'm talking about like the money that was given because of a pandemic, or the PPP loans, because y'all scammed off of PPP loans. I got a PPP loan, but I only asked for $7,000 because that's the amount that I would have missed out on for doing contracted work, because PPP loans were for small businesses and contractors. Y'all were scamming, so you like that. There is not another COVID going on right now, so you're not going to get that money again. I hate to tell you it, but Trump's not going to give you a random $1,400 or $1,200 or however much it was. It's not happening. PPP loans aren't going to just be out there like it was before and be forgiven like that. It's not happening again. So if that's your reasoning for voting for Trump, that's stupid. It will never happen again. Never.
On a daily basis, I get at least one variation of the question: how can you as a black man be a Republican? How can you as a black man be a conservative? And my answer for that is simple. When you are a black man who researches for himself as opposed to being led by the rest of the sheep on the Democratic plantation, you start to realize that the Republican Party is historically the party for black people. Let me explain. In 1854 is the formation of the Republican Party, or what is now known as the Republican Party. They appoint their first president, Abraham Lincoln, who is technically the first Republican president. Now, what does Abe Lincoln and the rest of the Republican Party do? Well, simple. They do this little known thing. What was it? The abolition of slavery. So that was the first part. As the Democrats were fighting tooth and nail to keep slavery intact, the Republican Party won the Civil War, ending slavery. Now we have 1870, where Jim Crow laws are instituted by none other than the Democratic Party. Back to their old ways as per usual. What do we expect? However, in those next 100 years before the abolition of Jim Crow laws, the Republican Party would appoint their first black senator in the 1800s. And after that, they will be the only ones to appoint black senators and black governors and female senators and Hispanic senators all the way until, I believe, 1970. So, yeah, there's that part. Now we creep up to 1964, where Lyndon Baines Johnson is forced to sign the Civil Rights Act. Forced, mind you, because it had passed through the Senate and the House, which were both majority Republican. Now, unfortunately, it took 70 long days to get this damn bill through. Why? Because the Democrats, back to their old ways, filibustered the bill, which means they stalled it. For 70 days straight, they said nay, 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 and we said yay, yay, yay. And eventually the yay, yay, yay won out. Lyndon Baines Johnson is forced into signing the bill. So some would ask, so if they're so pro, black people, then why aren't they doing anything for black folk now? Well, the answer for that is simple, and it's best said by Dr. Carol Swain. She says, because they view you as equals, not as lesser than. And this is the entire ruse, the entire game. The Democrats see black people as somebody who needs a handout in order to make it in life, as lesser than, just like they did before. Remember? Less than a human. And so it's interesting how fast forward today, we have them doing the very same thing. Oh, black people, you poor black people. I know you can't do for yourself. Here's welfare. Here's Section 8. Oh, mind you, you need us. You can't do for yourself. Whereas the Republican Party says, look, I believe you can at least pull yourself up. You have the resources. The laws are now in the favor of all people who execute. Do the damn thing. So that right there, I guess is a brief answer as to how I, a black man, can be a Republican.
Watch this.
Donald Trump is the first black president.
Amen.
Because he's the first one that has actually addressed issues in the black community. Like, Obama didn't do it.
He said it, not me.
I mean, in my lifetime, I've gone through Clinton, Bush, and Obama. Neither of them have done anything.
They certainly haven't advocated for responsibility and taking ownership of your own life and knowing that you are an individual and that in America, you have freedom. We defined you as free.
They didn't even put America first. Yeah, God. Donald J. Trump puts America first. So you gotta love that, man.
Awesome.
Got to.
You guys, this event is absolutely incredible. What's happening in this country, what's happening here in the heart of Los Angeles, California. We are flipping California red. We are
it red.
taking America back for red, white, and blue. All colors, all flavors, all races, all religions. It's all e pluribus unum, from the many one. We are one people, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all. 4 more years.
Look at my African American.
Blacks for Trump, huh? Black men for Trump. Let's dive into it. Hey, beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So credit goes to the creators in these videos, guys. In the last election, black men chose to vote for Donald Trump. Black men especially, because a whopping 92% did not vote for him. A whopping 92% of black women chose not to vote for him. And these black men, you know, went towards Trump because on a normal day, right, normally black voters usually support the Democratic candidates. But one of the reasons why many of these black men tended to, you know, support Trump was because of the economy. Watching so many videos and reading so many comments, many of these black men felt that the prices of everyday things like food, gas, and rent were too high, right? They felt like the wages was not going up fast enough. Rising costs made life harder. And some believe that Trump's economic policies will help them have, you know, more opportunities and a better future. And for the younger black men, especially those of them that are under 45, they supported Trump in the election, and this was higher than previous elections. And some of them felt that, okay, they are voting for him, or they voted for him because of leadership, because many of these black men admired Trump. They saw him, you know, as the strong, this decisive leader. And the main point is that they were frustrated, according to all the comments and reviews I read. They were frustrated with Democratic leaders like Biden and Kamala Harris. And when they saw that Kamala was coming to contest for presidency, according to them, nothing has been done in the previous 4 years. So why should they give her their votes to be the leader of the country when she was a vice president? She couldn't do anything to influence the president. They together could not make the economy better. So they felt that, okay, since the Democrats were too, you know, slow to act on important problems, they tended to go towards Trump. And they say, oh, Trump's confident, you know, direct lifestyle made him appealing to all those that wanted quick solutions and wanted solutions to their problem. But guys, is the economy better or is it worse? Or do you think they should have just stayed where they knew? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And let's keep watching this.
What are your feelings? And let me start with the women here about Kamala Harris.
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that, and I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin and go up against these other presidents that are built for this. I don't want to be scared because my president is scared. I want my president to feel secure and manly and about it.
We brought up gender, right? Like, do you think it matters that she's a woman and people aren't comfortable having a woman in a top leadership role?
No, I don't think that, because most men, they love their mothers, they love their wives. So as a woman, most men, they respect the woman, but she just don't have the qualification or the education to really run America, because she don't have the experience. She don't understand our struggles. And for me to believe you for another 4 years, you're crazy.
Right.
Like, you're crazy. You're saying the same thing that you said 4 years ago.
So the fact that she's the vice president
That's
to
just
you
the
is
bottom line.
You're like, you've been here, you've had a chance.
Yes.
Well, for me, the very first time I ever heard the name Kamala Harris, it was in association to locking up parents for truancy. That was the first time I ever heard of her name. And I really didn't understand how this person claims to be a black woman, but yet she's locking up black women and black men and separating families.
This is a thing that is, Trump talks about this a lot. He says, Kamala Harris became black when it was convenient.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about, do you agree with him on that? Do you feel like
absolutely.
she's wearing her blackness?
Absolutely. When she's sworn into the Senate, it was as the first Indian American.
Thank you.
Which is, it's fine. We don't care.
We all know she's not black. Let's understand that. We are all clear of that. But my point of view, like I told you earlier, she's already been there. She's in office right now.
So many black men worry about illegal immigration and abortion until they had to justify supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Never. And I've been in politics since I've been a teenager and couldn't even vote. And I've never seen so many black men, these are legals. Oh, abortion. When I'm like, bro, you got like 3 baby mamas and your ass on the corner selling. Yeah. So it's like, tell me the reason. I respect you more if you say, hey, I don't want a brown woman in that chair. It was misogynistic. Got it. I didn't have a problem voting for the black dude. But you had a straight problem voting for a brown woman, and I don't claim she black or Indian because that's her thing. I'm like, for a brown woman who literally would have not, people like, both sides of the coin. No, one is going to slit your throat. The other one might stab you. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the one that's going to stab me. I got a better chance of surviving.
She had a plan for black
men.
She had a
whole
plan.
Plan. But it didn't matter because that
matter.
ego, the same thing with Trump, though. That's why I told people I don't dislike Trump because Trump told you exactly who he was.
You got to respect that.
I said, but the same thing. Trump tapped into the base nature, especially in 2020, of what white men were feeling because real talk, white women did this whole pushing of toxic masculinity, and we was like, every man ain't toxic.
I've been talking to a lot of black men. They say they're supporting Donald Trump. Do you believe that? But who are you voting for?
Donald Trump. I
have to go Trump, man. You said Trump.
Yes, I think they are, and I think the reason why is the money he gave away last time he was in office is what they're looking for again.
What money?
Even if it was illegally or legally, the PPE loans, stimulus, and stuff like that.
That wasn't him.
Who was that?
It was a Democratic Congress.
Oh, that was
he doesn't give away money.
I didn't know that. I didn't know what they probably think that's what the case is.
They're actually looking and seeing who's going to benefit me more. Let me not just make a blind vote.
He run with the colored people. He run with our type. That's why we like him, because he's more for us.
I think a lot of black men, they want something different. They don't just want to follow the black vote.
Are y'all in the same household?
Yes, sir.
He kind of feel like his vote doesn't count almost. That's the part that's kind of discouraging.
The top people see a difference, but the bottom people don't see a difference too much. It takes a long time for to see a difference.
Stuff happened with George Floyd. I say he gave us stimulus checks. Even though that was nothing, he didn't have to do that. He still blessed us with stimulus checks.
He didn't do the stimulus checks. He didn't want to do it. That was a Democratic Congress. He only held it up to get his name on the check.
I did not know that. F Trump, man. I don't like Trump no more. F Trump. Kamala Harris. Kamala for president. Kamala for president.
I feel like they're brainwashed, honestly. He's not for us. He can't denounce white supremacy, setting rappers free, pardoning rappers to try to get their, try to get the sympathy vote from black people, and they fall for it.
He's that young guy for me. He's like F Trump, Kamala Harris. I mean, he couldn't even get that name right. And that's just to show that many of the supporters, right, they did not have a mind of their own. They did not do research on their own. They just followed what the crowd was saying, right? They didn't sit down and search out the matter for themselves, because some voters felt that Democrats has promised, to help their communities, and they did not deliver. They were mentioning issues like, poor schools, lack of job opportunities, unsafe neighborhoods, and people that previously supported Democrats said they felt ignored, and they believed that Republican policies could, better support their families and their communities. Guys, we should ask them fast forward now. Are they feeling supported? Because before you know, you're going to be 1 year in, and is there really anything to show for it? And I believe that immigration and cultural issues also influence voters, right? Because many foreign-born black men, all those living in immigrant communities, felt that Trump's policy on immigration and national security were stronger. They believe that, okay, controlling immigration will help protect their jobs and ensure resources for their community.
Tell me, all of these black Republicans campaigned for Trump so hard, and he didn't get y'all a seat at the table. This is even worse, as Donald Trump even went out of his way to created a whole position for Vivek and Elon Musk, and couldn't even do the same for y'all. Like, y'all got nothing. I mean, this does make sense because, like Trump said,
I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Okay, and this is my last thing. This is for the black men. Come to the front. The black men who believed that Trump was going to be looking out for them because they were entrepreneurs. Baby, they filled up pools, swimming pools with cement so that black people could not enjoy them. So what do you think they gonna do when it comes to their damn country? Y'all want to be white so bad. Y'all want to be aligned with whiteness so bad. Y'all want to be aligned with power so bad. The way white men treat everybody else is the way black men treat black
Guys, many of those people, even though they don't come out to say it, are facing the consequences of what they voted for, because unfortunately, as at now, things are not going the way they felt it was going to go. Okay, many of them are complaining, many promises were made, and for many of these black men, the results are not matching their expectations, and it just shows that most of the time voters choose leaders based on what they hope will improve their lives. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because do you think their expectation is matching reality, or do you think this is what they voted for, so they should enjoy the consequences of what they voted for? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.